Hey guys, it's me, Seren, back with another video. This is finally my follow-up Portland video. My little unicorn horn here is sticking out, casting the shadow on my head as always. So this is going to be my follow-up video to my other Portland video, but this video is probably going to mostly focus on Solange. So as you guys already know, the last week in April, or the second to last week in April, around there, I went to Portland. I did a walking vlog about how my trip was going so far, and the day after that walking vlog, I went and I saw Solange in concert at the Arlene Schnitzer, I believe it's called, auditorium, which is like the big, fancy venue in downtown Portland. And it was truly magical. Even the way that I got the tickets to go see her was very random and coincidental. I had posted on Instagram that I was going to Portland and I was going to be my first time ever there, my first time in Oregon, and I was super excited. And somebody had left a comment that was oh, you're going to Portland? I'm going to Portland too. Are you going to see Solange on Friday? And I was like, hold up, am I gonna who, what, where, with the how? What? They were yeah, Solange is coming to Portland that exact same week. She's gonna be there Friday night. And I was not leaving until Saturday morning, so I had time even to go see her. So I was all right, well, that's in 2-3 days, so probably all the tickets will be sold out. I've tried to see Solange multiple times now in multiple cities at multiple venues, and the tickets were either extravagantly expensive or they sold out really, really quick. So I was no, I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I'm probably not even going to be able to get tickets, whatever. So I go look online and I find out the venue and I go onto the website. It was Portland's 5 or something, which is this art venue that they have out there, art venue website. And I log on the website and I see that they still have tickets and that they still have good tickets, pretty good seats for reasonable prices, really, really reasonable. So I'm just still, I'm one of those type of people that's Murphy's Law, if something can go wrong, it will. So I'm even still in the back of my mind, I'm gonna go click to buy the tickets and it's not gonna go through, the ticket's gonna be sold out, whatever. I go to click, I buy the tickets, right? I get the tickets. I'm still in my mind, I don't think it's, I'm still just gonna not, for whatever reason, think that it's gonna go right. I just opened up my calendar so I can tell you exactly what happened. So yeah, so it was actually not the last week in April, but the second to last week in April. So I got there Tuesday night, the 18th. The 19th, I went and had breakfast. I went to the bookstore. I spent the whole day in the bookstore, and then I went to the movie theater, the Kennedy School Theater, where you can have food. I went to Voodoo Donuts, and then I went back to where I was staying, and then on Thursday, the 20th, I went and I had breakfast with my subscriber. That was the day that I filmed my walking vlog. I went and I had breakfast with the subscriber, hi, that I ran into in the bookstore. And then I just walked around the Alberta Arts District where I was staying. I looked at a lot of stuff over there. I took the bus kind of around downtown Portland, and I just walked around and did a lot of eating and did a lot of drinking and went to a lot of different bookstores and galleries and some Black-owned businesses and try to just get kind of a feel for Portland. It was raining all day Thursday. And then Friday was sunny, and I met up with another subscriber, Mo. Hi, Mo, who lives in Portland, and we had lunch and we had an awesome time. And then, so Thursday the 20th was the day that I bought the tickets. The show was the very next day. So like I said, I was still in the back of my mind, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna go through, whatever. And then I get to the theater and I give them my name and I pick up my tickets and I go in and I was even a little early, I gave myself some time. I go in, we're waiting for them to open the doors. They open the doors, they show me to my seat. I sit down and it really hits me that I am about to see Solange, who I love, who I have loved for years. I have loved Solange for years. I've been tagging her, Moon of My Life, on Tumblr since 2013. I'm a Solange stan. And I finally am seeing her live in Portland, right? So she comes out and she has this like red outfit on. Everyone has on red. The whole stage is red because I don't know if you guys have like looked up any of her shows. Previously, I think when she first started touring, she had like a no cell phone rule, I think, but like now it's kind of been like relaxed. But most of her shows, her performances are like monochromatic. So she's been very into like the color palettes, which I discussed in my Seat at the Table video when we talked about like the visuals for A Seat at the Table. Clearly like the aesthetic value and like the color palettes are something that she's been like really thinking about. And it's funny because a few years back when Solange first kind of started getting known as this like fashion plate, she used to wear a lot of prints. And she used to do a lot of like mixing and matching of prints. And she doesn't wear much prints anymore because now she's kind of in this like monochromatic kind of like phase where she's like wearing these like solid colors. So one show might have been like all white, everybody wearing all white. Another show, and she's been really into these earth tones. So another show might be like everybody's wearing all green. Another show, everybody's wearing like burgundy or like brown. At this show, everybody was wearing red. So Solange is wearing like these red pants and this red top. Her backup singers were wearing all red. Her band was wearing all red. She has an all black band, all black backup singers, all black backup dancers. Everything's black. Everything on this, everything up on, I was about to say on the screen, everything up on stage is like blackety, black, 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 right? And A Seat at the Table like translates so well live because she used a lot of live instrumentation. And she did like the musical arrangements and the production and all that stuff on A Seat at the Table herself, along with Raphael Sadiq. He was the executive producer after Solange, but like the bulk of the musical arrangements and stuff, she did herself. And then later on, I found out that this show in Portland that they had on April 21st was the first show on her tour that she did everything herself. So she did the choreography herself. She did, again, all the musical arrangements herself, the instruments, like the instrumental arrangements herself, the not just the choreography in terms of like the actual dance moves, because you know Solange loves to do her little dance, but like where everybody was placed on the stage, it was like a one-woman show with other people. Like she did everything herself for that show. And she said, she was like, you know, this show is like very special to me. It's like very near and dear to my heart because this is the first show that I've done that I have been like the sole person in charge of everything. So like everything you guys just saw was like a labor of like my love. Like that was like my pure creative vision. Like no one else had a hand in it. So again, I just felt like, was it like meant to be? Like, was it meant to be for me to see Solange and for me to see Solange on this night of all nights that I got to like see her like pure creative vision without like anybody else's like interference or like telling her, I think you should do this, I think you should do that. Like she did the whole thing herself. And it was just really like so life affirming. Like I literally like wrote down at the end of it, like that was so life affirming. She did, the entirety of A Seat at the Table. She didn't do it in order. She did open with Rise, which was arranged differently. But she closed with Don't Touch My Hair, because Don't Touch My Hair is obviously like the big song that everybody wants to hear. And then she did like the other songs in between, and then she had these like little interludes where she like talked into the microphone about, this is what this song means to me. This is what I was going through when I was writing this song. And, you know, this was like a FU to all, this song was a FU to all the producers that told me that they didn't understand my record or like where my record was going, or they felt that it was like too black, or it was like too loud, it was like too angry. It was like two angry black women and to this and to that. And so to now have like this, and it was a sold out show. And to now have this like full, like sold out show of people that like are experiencing my vision. You guys don't understand how much it means to me. I thought I was going to cry. Like I had teared up a few times. I was like, gosh, this is just like so life affirming to just like even be in the presence of this like black woman that like made this body of work, that was like in charge of like all the aspects of this body of work, and is now putting on this full scale production, which again, I talked about in my Seat at the Table's visuals video, where I talked about how Solange is putting on productions. Like when you watch a performance of hers, be it on Saturday Night Live or whatever, she has like people on levels, like some people are up here, some people are down here. Everybody's moving around the stage. Nothing is static. Nothing is just a person like standing still. She's not just like standing still in front of a microphone. And that's not to say that she's like jumping and leaping around and doing all these like dances and stuff like that. But like everybody's in motion, and everything you can tell is like very deliberate. It's like meant to convey like different meanings for like the different songs. Like for Mad, which she also rearranged. Like I said, she rearranged everything. I posted a clip on Tumblr, and somebody had like left a note that said like, now I need like a live acoustic Solange album. This was like something I never knew I needed before. I need like an unplugged like Solange album, because like, and her voice was so strong. She was hitting every note. She was hitting the mini Ripperton falsettos at the end of Cranes in the Sky. She did a bunch of her old stuff. She did Tony, which is a jam. Could have been in love by now if it wasn't for Tony. That nigga Tony. She hit every note. She didn't do Lovers in the Parking Lot, which is my song, but she did a bunch of songs from Soul Angel and the Hadley Street Dream. She did a couple songs from the True EP. Like I said, she did all of the Seat at the Table. She did a full set, like an hour and a half to 2 hours with the backing band and her 2 backup singers and like a couple of dancers. And she did all her dances that everybody loves. Like when she sings Cranes in the Sky, she does this like thing with her hands. She did that and everybody like screamed. She did her Don't Touch My Hair dance and everybody screamed. Like she was really, really engaging with the crowd and engaging with the audience and really entertaining, and just like on an entertainment level, like the entertainment value was very high. She was like putting on a great show. For anyone wondering like, oh, is the show worth it? Anyone considering like going to see Solange, like it's definitely worth it to go see her live. Just because again, like her energy is high, her voice sounded amazing. Her voice is very strong. For anyone wondering like if her voice was shaky or anything like that, no, her voice was really, really incredible. And again, you're really just like immersed in this experience of like seeing this like life-affirming Black creation like up on this stage live in front of you. It really felt like magic. It really did feel like magic, just like, oh, like this is some Black girl magic. Like, and everybody was like up. Everybody was up. That was probably one of the first shows that I've been to where they had seats. It wasn't like I went to South by Southwest, not this past one, but the year before, and you might go see someone in an outdoor venue and there's no seats. So like everybody's standing. But like this was like a very nice venue that has like very nice seats, but everybody's up on their feet, singing and dancing, singing along to every word, which Solange even said something about that towards the end. She's like, you know, to see people that are singing every word to every song, even the songs from the True EP, even the songs from Soul Angel and the Hadley Street Dreams, you know, to know that so many of you guys have been like rocking with me since day one, in addition to all of you guys that are here now that are, you know, that are newly appreciating some of my work, just like, thank you everybody. She just really, and she seemed like so down to earth and genuine. You guys see me, I'm like standing out right now on this video. And it was just like the visuals, again, of like they have this all red on and there was like this red circle in the back and this like red lights. And she made the light even like redder for Mad. They put these like filters and they like screamed. There's a part where they were like, you know, you've got the right to be mad. Ah! And everybody screamed. The backup singer screamed. The band members screamed. Like everybody. Again, you just got the sense of like, this is not just like, oh, I'm just performing these songs because I'm on tour. Like the music videos were like an accompaniment to the work. These like productions that she's putting on now that she's on tour are like an accompaniment to the work. And everything is meant to give this like life-affirming vibe of like Black people, and especially Black women, and especially Black girls. You matter, your life matters, your feelings matter, you know, the things you're thinking and saying and doing, your art matters, again, it was just affirming. It felt like an affirming, safe, wonderful, magical space in the middle of fucking Portland, which is like one of the whitest cities in America, in a state that's like a KKK enclave where Black people literally could not go to their state until like the 1940s or 50s. I was like, I probably just saw the entire Black population of Portland like tonight. This is where all the Black people are. Like, this is every Black person in Portland. Like, I just saw them. Like, but it really was, it just felt like, it didn't feel like just a show. It didn't, and I've never seen Beyonce live. You guys know I'm not really a Beyonce fan, so I don't know if maybe this is like how Beyonce makes people feel. But it didn't feel like just a show. It felt like magic. It was just magical. It was just amazing. And I keep like watching the video clips over and over, and just like really also feeling so inspired to like create and do what I want and say what I want and be in charge of, like, you know, not that I have like a manager or any people doubting me or hating on me, like nothing like that, but to just like feel like, oh man, again, it felt like a one-woman show with other people, you know, just, oh, you can like be in charge of your art and you can create what you want and you can do what you want and you can make it as Black as you want and you could just say and do whatever you want and this magic can be birthed out of it and then you can share it with like thousands of people. It was just really incredible. It was such a great experience. It was worth every penny. I would love to see her again. Like, I would definitely see her again, like a million times. And I'm really excited also to kind of see how the work continues to evolve. Because like I said, like she did A Seat at the Table and I know every song on A Seat at the Table and the words are still the same, but like the musical arrangements are changing and the set design is changing and the outfits are changing and it's like different work every time, but it's like still the work that you know. It was just really incredible and I just loved it. And it was the perfect way to like end my trip in Portland. It's just like cap everything off. And actually when the show was over, I just like took a lift straight to the airport and like left. So for anyone that was wondering how I felt about like my trip in Portland, it was really, really amazing. I had a wonderful time, and I got to see Solange, which just like made my whole life complete. So for anyone that was wondering what I thought about the show, that was what I thought. Have any of you guys seen Solange? Or any of you planning to see her? Have any of you watched any of her stuff on YouTube, live performances or SNL or anything like that? What do you think? Feel free to let me know in the comments. Some people did also want a Powell's book haul video, so I am also still going to film that. And it's also the other week, so it will be Hidden Figures this Wednesday. So looking forward to doing that Hidden Figures video for you guys. Again, let me know what you think in the comments. Food for thought as always. See you guys next time. Peace.